Hello, it's Jeffrey with Real Nifty Vintage, and today I'm back with another exciting video. Actually, we are in the Etsy room right now. The room that I come to whenever I do my shipping. I used to come down here to do the photographing, but now that Aaron does that, he's down here maybe more than I am. We had this room built because this was a traditional basement with concrete walls, and we had the ceiling and the walls and everything put up, and these are all plastered. The walls are professional. We got the floor done. Actually, I painted the floor with like a garage paint, like the epoxy stuff, and then you throw down the sprinkles. You can see I've got shelves all in here. You know, and it's a nice room. It's just, it gives me a headache down here. I don't know what it is about it, and I already have a headache. Had one all day. The weather is changing. A lot of humidity in the air. I'm not sure what else triggers it, but oh, it's so bad. I took some pills, but I do have some orders to do. We are late in the day at this point. It's about 5:47, but I had a slow start getting with it. We did a live stream last night, which was really fun, and it was exhausting, I'll tell you that. Trying to remember my password. I just changed my password because I did it wrong, because I noticed that somebody got on my, and I say somebody, I don't know, got on my iCloud, whatever, like the Apple thing, but it showed that it was, they were logging in like a Mac, like a iPad or something somewhere in the middle of the night. So I went through and changed all my passwords. And I was already paranoid enough because I'd watched like a video on YouTube of somebody that had been hacked. Like their whole YouTube channel was hacked, their email accounts, everything was, and the person got in there and they changed all the backup. They were able to like go in back ways, and it was a mess. So I immediately thought of that, and I changed all of my emails, all my email addresses. I changed my Vanguard password. Almost. Did I do it? No. Be right back. This is what I'm dealing with. I apparently have to log in like a different way. But you know, while that's doing its thing, this thing is just a mess. Ooh. Well, let's just take a look here what we've got. Maybe I can get my memory jogged. So, oh, I know these candlesticks sold. I could technically go ahead and start bundling those up in a package. I know they sold. The Depression Pink, they were listed very shortly ago. They're so pretty. They got gold gilding on them. I don't think I sold any of that. Oh, I know what I sold. I sold a honey pot. That's coming to my brain now. A honey pot. Oh, there it is. I bought this at a antique store. It was a great price. Oh, computer, you're so silly. I don't even know what it's doing. I tried shutting it down too. Oh, this bunny. Yes, I sold the bunny. That's another one. This is the hard way of doing it. Well, hey, you're getting a tour of my shelves. If anything catches your fancy, it's all listed. Oh, this sold. I know it did. Okay. It's nice. Lots of little figurines in here. I don't know if any of those sold. We've got lots of like glassware over here. Yes, lots of glassware. Oh, this painting sold. I know that. Such a pretty one. This is the one that had glass, and I removed the glass. Had to do that. Okay, this is acting like a brat. I'm going to have to do something. Be right back. All right, for now I am browsing as a guest, whatever that means. I hope this all works. So usually if usually if I get on here, I'm already signed into all this, but I should be able to log in without any problems. Oh, you can't look at this. Ugh, things are just not going smoothly. I signed in, and now they sent me a security code. I guess they think I'm somebody else. So I'm gonna have to go upstairs. I did not bring my phone with me. Long time no see. All right, I finally logged in, and I'm so proud of myself. I was actually able to find everything on the shelf. You were with me. That sold, except for 2 Yadro figurines, those figurines. Aaron did not bring them in. They're right there. I listed these myself. I don't remember. Let's see if I can remember which one sold. This one doesn't, okay. It might be the pink one. I know this thing is doing some wavy things. Gotta get that out. I think it might be this one. This is that crystal thing. Actually this big basket sold, I know. I think it's this one. Yeah, that one sold. I think that one was $160 with shipping included. What am I doing? Let's take that in there and make sure we got the right ones. Okay. Yeah, the big basket one sold. So kitty confrontation and the blue ball one sold. Blue ball. Oh, that's funny. So that would be this one. Blue balls. Blue ball. And here's kitty confrontation. I think I've got like 2 or 3 of these left that are listed. And then of course, still the Swarovski crystal dolphin thing. This is such a pretty painting. Yep, sure is. All right, so the first thing that I'm gonna wrap is probably one of these smaller items. So we'll start here with this one right here. The little cat on his blue ball. This is a smaller box, so it should be pretty simple to ship. It may work in a 7x7x6 box. I'll be double boxing it, of course, not shipping it in that. But I first want to double check that it is sitting in there in a way that I think would be good for shipping. And it is. So this is the way they've got it in here. Really pretty. And it's, yeah, wedged really nicely in that styrofoam. So looks good to me. I will go ahead and try to put this in a 7x7x6 box. Okay, here it is right here. It's practically not much larger than the box that it is. Okay. Okay, so that's what the box looks like. That's gonna work really well. See there? So that we can put it right in the center of that box really easily. So that's nice. I'll go ahead and do that now. There we go. And then I just write down the person's name on the lid so that I know when I put the label on who it goes to. I will weigh these whenever I'm ready to do it all together. Okay, the next item up, I probably will do this one here. This is the kitty confrontation one. Right there. We'll open it up. Yeah, and this one's just nested right in the box very nicely. There is a lot more room in this box, so I'm afraid that it's going to jostle out of place. I will go ahead and put a lot of padding in there to help it out. That way it does not come loose and, you know, damage itself, really. That's the problem that we have to worry about with a box this large for a figurine like that. So here are the air pillows that I have. These come to about 3 cents each, if I'm not mistaken, and I ordered them on Amazon. You know, I'm gonna use these individually so that I can kind of control where they go. You could also use crushed paper for this, but I'm less likely to do that considering all of the detail in that figurine. This is just a lot easier to deal with. Crushed paper, I think, it worries me because it could snag on stuff. And this, I think, is really the best option with what I have available. Okay, now it's in this box and it's wrapped really well. The only thing I don't like about it is it's not wanting to like stay closed. So what I want to do, and this is mostly because this one here is going to have to go into a larger box. I'm going to put bubble wrap around the whole box and use it as like a way to keep this lid down. I buy the bubble wrap on Amazon as well, and it comes to about $20 with shipping included for about 700 square feet linear. And this is 12-inch squares perforated, so that's nice. we'll use about 2 feet of that. There. So that's all I was doing. I was just making sure that we had, you know, this wrapped up. Okay, so I always make sure that I have these boxes in stock. They are 25 to a box like this, and I get a couple of them each time. They're free. All right, so we've got our 12 by 12 by 8 box. All right, so now we just need to put the paper on top. That's what it looks like. It's nicely surrounded by paper and in the center of the box. In case you're wondering, I get this paper from the local newspaper office. I do pay for it, unfortunately. When I started, I was receiving this paper for free, but then they quickly wised up that they could be charging me for it. So I pay about 40 cents per pound of this paper. But if you're looking for your own paper like this, it's blank newsprint. You can go to online websites such as Brandable Box. They just recently started selling crushed paper like this that you can buy and have it shipped to you. And I believe they charge about 60 cents per pound. I'm not sure about the shipping on that one, but it's another option. Otherwise, you could go to Walmart. I know they sell it there, but I don't know the price on that at Walmart. And alternatively, you could use actual printed newspaper. It's more messy, not as professional, because if you're going to use newspaper, just make sure that your item is always completely wrapped in some other barrier, whether it's tissue paper or blank newsprint or bubble wrap, so that the item doesn't get dirty or discolored from the newspaper. It's just a cleaner presentation that way. But now we're going to go ahead and put my card in here. My little card. We'll put that in the box. So this one here will be going in a 12 by 12 by 8 box, I think. Let me double check the height on that one because it's a little close. Okay, so this box is actually 8 inches tall to begin with. So that makes things a little bit more tricky. I'll have to see if I have a box that's taller. Let me go do that. All right, so the only box, unfortunately, that I have that will fit this one is this Freshly box, which I do subscribe to. I used to have a code that you could use for a percentage off, but I don't think they're doing it right now, unfortunately. But I do use them every week. I really enjoy their food. So I've got this box here. The thing about shipping things in this box, basically it's just more expensive if you put something in a box this size. So I will probably have to Frankenstein this box, meaning cut it down, just so that it's not as large as it is. So what I think I'm gonna do is actually put it in there this way. So not like this, you know, and go in from one side and then cut down some of this height here. But I'm going to close up this side, open up the top, and come in, if that makes any sense. I mean, it's a lot of hassle, to be honest with you. And this is going to New Jersey. And from Illinois to New Jersey, that's not exactly a short distance, which means this will pay off for me to do. Okay, so basically what I did is I just closed the box up with nothing in it. But the idea is that I'm going to turn it this way and cut it open and then fill it, set it up. You know what I mean? I'm making my own box. So we just go in, we cut this box open. It's okay to be a little bit sloppy at this point. The cut lines and stuff is not really important because we will be cutting the box down anyway. So the main goal is just to get it opened up so we can work with this cardboard. Okay. So now what we have here is an open box that we can start to deal with. This foam here gives it some pressure like that. This figurine is not going anywhere inside of this box. Very nice. great. That is gonna be so nice. Okay, so I'll show you what we have. We've got the figurine box right in there. We've got about 2 inches or so on each side. Very great. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the paper around the perimeter. This is my go-to way of doing it. I make one big long string of paper, crunch it together, and then I just wrap it around it. Very easy to do. You can either wrap it around it outside of the box and then place the whole thing with the paper already wrapped around it that way, or put the item in first and then tuck this around it. I'm just going the tuck route. Now we are going to create the new flaps. For that I'll use a ruler and the blade that I was using before. So I'll go ahead and, using the box, which is very easy, the box inside of here, I can see how much I want to cut off. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this up to 5 inches down from the top ledge. I'm using this top ledge as my guide. So I can line that up with, like we've got a nice straight edge here, and we've got it here, not this, because this is, we don't count that, but here. So that's how we're going to mark it. So we put that in and slice it up. I don't know when I last changed that blade. Okay, so now the only thing we have to do is create the fold lines. We'll use the ruler for that. You can just hold it right there, connect the 2 corners, and then fold it right over. Sometimes it's a little harder than it should be because it like gets caught on this. If it's like, you know, yeah. All right. So we've got our fold lines made. Now we can go ahead and put our crushed paper on top and close this baby up. So the flaps don't completely cover. Therefore, I'm going to put a piece of cardboard so that we don't have it showing through to the paper and everything. It's not the most prettiest thing I've ever seen. I'll show you that. But we're gonna, throw some tape on there, multiple strands, so that we keep this in place. And I would call this a success. Okay. Now we can move on to some other things. We've got this wonderful little owl right here. So that should be nice and easy to wrap up, really cute. And yeah, we'll start with that one. So for this, we're just gonna use bubble wrap. Whoa, it sometimes doesn't like to tear correctly. I think it's user error because I can't always see the perforated, there it is. So you always should wrap with the bubbles facing towards the object. The flatter side should be on the outside. So bubbles on the inside. I recommend having one of those tape dispensers. It's great for one-handed things. Something this small, I can put it in my smallest box, which is a 6x6x6, in my lovely branded boxes. I'm wrapping it around the object. So this is the other way I said it could be done. But for figurines, it's a lot easier to do it this way. And we will go ahead and plop it in the box, just like that. I also have these wonderful little bunny rabbits that sold. Love those so much. Those will be going in the same size box as we had before. I know that was not focused at all. I'm giving up. But yeah, those will be going the same exact way that we did before. It's really nice. That's one piece of bubble wrap. See all that paper? It's in there somewhere. Yeah, in hindsight, I would have got a larger box whenever I ordered these. So next time around, if I do this again, they printed some of these way too high. I would do an 8 inch cubed rather than 6 inch cubed. It's just a little bit too small for me. Okay, I'm back. I wanted to show you something because it's a little bit different this time around. I actually have these pink depression candlestick holders. So I've already have them bubble wrapped in their little things here. But now I have to decide how I want to ship this. So I decided what I want to do actually is send them in this box. This is a 15 by 8 by 6, I think it is. shoebox size by the USPS. So the way I'm gonna actually ship these in here is sideways, like this. What we have here is a thin, we've got like glass, you know, like a piece of glass here and a piece of glass here. And yeah, I wanna wrap that in cardboard to give it a little bit more structure to it. So let's see what we have here. I've got this long strip that could work. It needs to be wide enough. Actually, I think that's gonna work really well. Can you see what I'm doing? They're a little bit hard to see. There we go. So I wrapped it around there like that. All right, I actually found some more strips, so that's awesome. Hi, I'm back already. So I just thought of one thing that I wanted to share. When it comes to items that have lids, I always tend to invert the lids upside down because it saves on the box size. So in this case, we have here this large thing here, but I have the lid upside down because it is taller, as you can see here. So I've got it upside down. I just put a piece of cardboard. It does not touch the bottom of the inside of this bowl. In fact, if you shake it, I can hear the cardboard jumping up and down, but it just makes me feel better. All right, so I went ahead and finished up with all of the orders. So the painting is in this box. I decided not to really cut it down at all. It would have been just more trouble than it's worth. So that one should not take very much to ship it. Hopefully not. But yeah, anyway, all the other ones are ready to be inputted in and get the shipping labels printed out. And now I'm out of paper. This roll is done. But fortunately, I think, yes, there we go. We've got one large roll left. So I need to stop by and get some more. All right, we got to turn that on. This is a wonderful scale. I have it linked up on my Amazon page if you want to buy one like this. It is the Accutech shipping label, what do you call this? Scale. But with that, I'm going to wrap up this video. Hopefully you liked it. Thanks for watching. If you have any other questions about shipping or what I do, you can drop that in the comments below. I'll try to answer. And don't forget that all of the items that I was using are on Amazon. I have an Amazon page and you can buy the items directly from there. And when you do that and you click on the links, I do get a small commission. So that's an added bonus. But thanks for watching and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.